Let's build a home and business for a tattoo artist in The Sims 4, but the budget for the home will be the real-life annual salary of that career. And let's use the new Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. I am part of the EA Creator Network, so some packs were gifted to me and some packs I've purchased myself, such as the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack featured in today's video. Welcome back to the Career Salary Build Challenge. Today's episode is obviously very exciting because it's our first episode using the brand new Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. And as per usual, if you want to check out the rest of the episodes in this series, I will have the entire playlist linked down below. Today we're going to be building a house for a tattoo artist, which is one of the new careers that comes with the pack. And one of the coolest features about this pack is you can actually run your business from your home, so we finally have multi-purpose lots. So this will be the first episode in this series where I'm using the budget to not only make the sim a home, but also make their business. So with that being said, let's figure out how much a tattoo artist makes in real life, and let's hope for a really good budget. According to Google, a tattoo artist on average makes $60,035. Now I'm sure, just like many other artistic professions, that number can vary a lot. I'm sure there's tattoo artists out there that are making way less, and probably some that are making way more. But I'm personally pretty satisfied with that budget, so I'm not really gonna question it. But with that being said, comment down below if you have a tattoo, and if so, what is it, and where is it? I need to know. These are the personal details I need to know about you. You guys, I am in my cooking era right now. All 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm cooking at home. I only go out to eat once a week on the weekends nowadays, which also means I'm in my money saving era, because I just get this feeling that 2025 is the year that we all just need to lock in and get rich. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, you guys know today's sponsor, HelloFresh, has always been a huge help with this. I have personally used this service for years. HelloFresh makes meal planning so easy by delivering pre-portioned ingredients and chef-crafted recipes right to your door, so you don't have to waste any time grocery shopping. You get to choose from 50+ dinner options each week, no matter what kind of diet you follow. For my fellow gym girlies, their high-protein options are amazing. They also offer low-calorie, vegan, and so much more. I'll be so honest, some weeks I'm craving something super specific and the menu they're offering just isn't doing it for me. So I'll literally just skip it and look ahead to next week's menu to plan the rest of my month. That way you don't waste any money and you always get to eat exactly what you want. Becoming a real adult means realizing how much time and money it takes just to feed ourselves every day. HelloFresh can really help you narrow down exactly how much time and money you're spending on dinner time each week so we can better reach our goals. So of course I have a special offer for you. Click the link in my description or use code AshleyMar10 and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 breakfast item per box while your subscription is active if you're in the US. Outside the US, the local discount will apply. Okay, here we are in Nordhaven. This is the new world that comes with the pack. I'm pretty happy with this world. It's really pretty, definitely my vibe. Today we're going to be building on this 20 by 20 lot, and as you can see, I've already sectioned it off into 4 equal parts. I figured with the new pack we could have 4 separate businesses with 4 separate residential units on top. So I guess over the next 4 episodes, we'll be working on this lot. Each unit doesn't necessarily have to be equal. I just have this kind of as a guideline. But anyways, the budget has been set, so let's get started. As usual, I will pop my inspo photo up on the screen right now. So usually when I think of a tattoo parlor, I immediately think of brick and maybe a little bit of a grungy aesthetic. But the reason I was especially drawn to this photo was because it had kind of like a lighter gray white brick. Okay, I just had the idea of maybe making this like an alleyway so you can actually walk through this instead of making all of the units connected. Okay, here are all of the new windows from the pack. So these ones are quite pretty. I think we can make use of these. If we want to use medium wall height, we can use these arched windows, which look a little bit more similar to the photo. Now, unfortunately, these windows do not come in just a plain black and white. They come with like a black and beige, which isn't exactly the same. So I must say that's a little bit disappointing. Also, FYI, in case you haven't noticed, this is my first time really looking at all of the items. So you are getting a lot of my first impressions. Okay, I kind of like this door on the short wall height, but I also noticed that in the tall wall height, we have this, which is kind of nice, but I also don't know if I want to commit to medium wall height. Also, why does the door come in a pure black and white swatch, also a pure black swatch, and also a pure white swatch? But then we don't get the same swatches for the windows. That's a little bit suspicious. Like, let's be honest here. Was that a mistake or was that intentional? For wallpaper, we did get this brand new brick swatch with the new pack, which I think would work perfectly. And then we also got a couple of new fences. Let's try and use this one with the built-in fairy lights on it. It's kind of cute. I'm actually going to scrap these windows and see if the ones from Industrial Loft Kit, I actually think these windows might work a little bit better. I just really wanted an all black window that was really bugging me. For exterior lighting, we did get these really pretty lanterns. I love how low profile they are. I feel like most outdoor lanterns we have already stick out so much and it's like kind of annoying. And then I think it would be cool if the residential unit was accessible from the alleyway here. I'm just using one of the other fence options that comes with the pack. For the staircase, we did get these two options. It looks like one is for the left side and one is for the right side, which is kind of interesting. Let's see how that works. I'm a little bit confused at what the point of it is. It kind of just looks like a normal staircase. I guess there's like a trim here on the right side, but cool, I guess. I think we should also go in with one of these cool floor tiles on the outside. I'm leaning towards one of these bricks. Unfortunately, they all have kind of like a warm undertone. I would have maybe preferred something more cool toned. Okay, if we want to make this neighborhood like really trendy, we could do this type of a flooring. Like that's obviously very bougie. I think we might have to extend the residential section just a little bit further back. It does look a little bit suspicious from the back, but this space will be filled in with another structure in a future episode. I just don't want to use any of our budget here to do that. Once again, I am gonna have to ask you guys to trust the process, and yeah, I don't know. Have I ever let you down before? Hopefully the answer is no. I'm just gonna map out a quick little bathroom area here just so I know that everything's accounted for. We will have our bedroom here, our bathroom here. This little alcove can be where our front door is. And then kitchen, living, dining will all happen here. Bada bing, bada boom, we are good. For this top section, let's go in with another wall covering from the new pack. I'm just looking for anything in an all black swatch. I might even do this larger brick. That's kind of interesting. And then going in with maybe one of these new windows from the pack. Let's also go in with just a simple half gabled roof up top. Oh my gosh, we actually got a new roof trim with the new pack. That's kind of rare. For some reason, I'm like really happy about that. It's kind of nice too. It's like two-toned. We got a new roof swatch as well, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be using that today. I think I want to go in with a glass roof texture. Now I'm just going in with some brick on the rooftop here and also this landing area. The build was honestly looking a little bit gray, so I think it did need some of that warmth. We also got these pipe decor pieces, which you guys know are my literal favorite things in the world. So I'm just gonna put them along the side of the building here. Let's use this gold swatch to add a pop of color. Let's go in with one of these signs out front. Okay, I kind of love this glowy red one. Let's go with that. We'll put one of these signs on the side here so you can see the business if you're walking from over there. And then I'm pretty sure we're supposed to put these decals into the sign. I'm pretty sure that's the tattoo parlor image. Fun fact, I've never gotten a tattoo before. Therefore, I've never stepped foot in a tattoo parlor either. And I don't actually know what goes down in a tattoo parlor whatsoever. I'm pretty sure it's like a needle pen thing like that though. Oh, is this like a mural or graffiti art or something? Oh my gosh, this is perfect for our brick wall. I kind of wish it was maybe a little bit more faded looking. Let's grab a different mural. I think we did get some in the Industrial Loft Kit, which is perfect because we already used the windows in this pack. Maybe we can put an awning here just for fun. I don't know. I just want to use this awning because it has pretty like fairy lights attached to it. This cluster from the Laundry Day stuff pack is super cute. Anything from Jungle Adventure is a staple. You know what? I might as well just add some vines too, right? As you can see, we're going for like a cute vibe for this tattoo parlor, okay? Not your stereotypical grunge vibe. Also going in with a ton of plants up here on our rooftop deck. I imagine the sim who owns this business specializes in like flower art tattoos. Therefore, they're gonna need to be able to look at a lot of different flowers flowers as inspiration. A true artist would immerse themselves in the art, okay? Okay, here is my selection of flowers from various packs. Honestly, a lot of them are just from the base game, but I think we got our point across, and it looks really nice from the street view as well. I like how we started with a really gray and neutral build, and it's slowly becoming colorful with all of the greenery. Let's also bring this flower wall onto this little alcove here. I just think it would be a nice detail. Maybe a few flower boxes on these windows, and then maybe some more of this graffiti art. I am a little bit worried that this build is leaning a bit too flower shop, and we're not quite getting the tattoo parlor vibe. I did say that I didn't want it to be fully grungy, but I think it needs to be a bit of a hybrid. This item is from Eco Lifestyle, and I use it in so many of my commercial buildings and apartment buildings. It's especially good in this alleyway area because it makes it look a little bit less pristine. This graffiti swatch is perfect too. It kind of acts as like an art piece. Last but not least, let's go in with these lampposts from the Get to Work expansion pack. I think it would be kind of cute if we had like a contrasting tile just in the front of our business. Maybe it should go outward like so. It makes the entrance feel more welcoming, don't you think? Would it be cool if we added these columns to the side? I feel like it kind of looks good, right? Like more detail is always better. But with that being said, here is the exterior all done. I think it turned out really cute, and I got to use a lot of the new build assets from the pack. It obviously looks kind of lame in some areas, especially the back, but I'm sure once all of the other units are in and it looks like a complete retail complex, it will look a lot better. So I really hope you guys like this exterior and can kind of see the vision I have for this lot. I honestly feel like we're gonna have a lot of budget left over for this build, which is honestly, I'm not mad at that. Like, it's really not a bad thing to have money left over. Like, I just want to know what that feels like just once. I say we start with the tattoo parlor section just because that's going to allow me to use a lot of the new items, which I'm very excited about. So I don't exactly know what is necessary to run a successful tattoo parlor, but I feel like it's pretty intuitive. You probably just need like a bed or two. I mean, you probably don't even need 2 beds, right? Because it's not like you can tattoo 2 people at the same time. Although I think you do have the option of hiring workers. I kind of want to include like a fireplace or something. I think it goes with the aesthetic I'm trying to portray. Ooh, I really like these mirrors as well. I'm not sure which one I want to use, but I can see myself using either of them. And then we also have this neon sign, also these decals similar to the one we used outside. I really love these contemporary plants. They're perfect for like lining the wall or even using as like a room divider partition to create like maybe a lobby of sorts. Okay, this item right here is called the Tidy Tattoo Trolley, so we're clearly supposed to include it. And this thing looks like it's part of the same collection. Let's make sure to go in with some cool lighting. This one looks like it's supposed to go over the tattoo table so you can like carefully see what you're doing. And I'll definitely be using a ton of these string lights. I'm so happy that we got all of these different sizes. You can really customize the exact design you want. I also just realized we don't have a public bathroom for our customers, so I'm actually just going to slot one in at the back here. Maybe I should bring the exterior brick onto the interior just to give it more of that grungy feel. Maybe pairing it with one of these colorful floor tiles. How do we feel about pink? Is that like too pink? I think that's all the basic furniture we need to have a functioning tattoo parlor. Now I'm gonna go in with one of these fences. You can probably guess what I'm about to do, but it's time to add in some platforms. And then these plant walls kind of line up perfectly with our fence. Okay, so far this lobby area is pretty cute, especially since we went with a plant theme on the outside. It does make sense to continue that plant theme on the inside. It doesn't really seem like we're gonna be able to fit 2 tattoo beds, especially if we want to include all of these accessories. I'm gonna make this fairy light archway over top of the mirror. It will frame this area and kind of be like a grand reveal after your tattoo is done. You can check it out right here. I can try and do a similar design over here by the entryway, just to make sure there's some consistency and like branding to the business. We got one new rug with the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack, which I think could work in our entryway. There is a large part of me that wants to make this like a pink, like girly tattoo parlor. Like, they gave us pink swatches for a reason. This green is also really pretty, maybe a combination of like pink and sage green. Oh my gosh, okay, wait. I am obsessed with every single swatch of this couch. Look at the little cracks in the leather and like the graining on the wood. That is so beautiful, and look at all of the beautiful neutral swatches, as well as some of these like cute quirky patterns. These diamond checker patterns are so retro and fun, but then I also feel like I have to go with the florals because this is the tattoo parlor that specializes in floral tattoos. I switched to a more natural color scheme with more wood tones and less black accents, and I think I like everything about the layout and color scheme except for maybe the floors. The floor tiles, just something is off about them. I don't know if maybe it's just too busy and we need to put like regular wood up here. It makes it feel a tad more homey and more like a small business, don't you think? Going in with the pink tile for the lobby area to make this feel a little bit softer. I want to lean more into the whole plant concept, so I'm gonna go in with some of these new wall plants from the new pack. These are some of my favorite plants. I'm just calling it right now. They are so perfect. Going in with this trolley table here, it kind of looks like a low-lying coffee table, and just one extra armchair on this side. We definitely need maybe like a radio or a record player to be playing music the entire time. This one is from the Modern Luxe kit, and it does fit on that surface. I also thought it would be nice to include some sort of diploma or certificate on the wall here, because I'm guessing you need to have some sort of certification to do tattooing. I'm not sure, but I'm just assuming. On a similar note, I think it would also be fun to include these like publication things from City Living, maybe as if their small business was shouted out in a magazine or a newspaper and they wanted to frame that. I feel like putting down a tablet over here wouldn't hurt. I imagine they could like process the payments or manage the bookings on that tablet. And then I also just put a few more flowers on this surface here to really lean into the floral theme. I know I said I didn't want any overhead lighting, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe we need some sort of like dramatic chandelier. This one's a little bit too dramatic. This is the one from the new pack, but I was thinking maybe something like the high school years chandelier. It's really like subtle, but still adds that like girly pop touch. I also can't stop thinking about the floral wallpaper from the Love Struck pack. I don't know if it's gonna look good or not, but I just have to test it out for my peace of mind. Okay, I'm not loving it, especially not on that wall. Is that even necessary? Am I doing too much? Sometimes you just gotta know when to stop and like leave it alone. At least I tried. At least I explored the idea, so I have no regrets. We still need to find something for this blank wall though. We could do like a framed art piece, or we could go in with more of these like graffiti, what are these? Decals? Stencils? Sometimes when you have a small business, you just can't afford to scrub the 50-year-old decal off the wall yet. Okay, I just added a few more florals to the entrance right here. And then also from the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack, there was this tattoo clutter piece and then also this like ink set. And with that being said, I think that's gonna be the interior of our tattoo parlor all done. I'm super happy with how this turned out. It definitely looks really professional, but also still looks like a small business at the same time. And then even some of the decor just feels a little bit more homey and DIY and not like big chain business or something like that. Let me know down below if you guys would go to this tattoo parlor. And before we move on to the residential section, we do have to complete our bathroom super quickly. Okay, I really love this new bathroom stall that comes with the pack. However, it's a little bit too big. Maybe we can use that bathroom stall in a future business where it like makes more sense to have multiple stalls. But in the meantime, I think we did get a new sink, which is a bonus. We can use that. We'll go in with the same mirror we used in the main section, and then we'll just use like a regular toilet from the base game, I suppose. The classic base game John has never let us down. And because branding and consistency is important, let's try and bring in this same arched fairy light decor design to kind of frame our toilet. I mean, why not, right? I feel like whenever I go to a small business like a local Pilates studio or something, I always really appreciate it when their bathrooms are really nice. I don't know, it's just like a small luxurious touch that makes me feel like the business is well taken care of. We'll grab the paper towel dispenser from the Get to Work expansion pack and then just include a bin. And here is our small business bathroom all done. It's pretty simple, but I think using these new assets from the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack really makes the bathroom feel super chic. I feel like you wouldn't expect a really good sink to come in a pack like this, but you know what? They delivered us a really nice sink, and I'm not complaining. We have over 31,000 simoleons left. Our entire downstairs is all done, which means we have a pretty generous budget going into our residential section. I feel like a lot of the wall coverings we got in the new pack are technically meant for exteriors and not interiors. This light pink is kind of nice, I guess. And then we did get this fun wallpaper. It's like really fun. Maybe a little bit too fun for me, if I'm gonna be honest. Wait, it's my favorite diamond checker pattern. Okay, I take it all back. It's the perfect amount of fun. Oh my gosh, they even have a yellow. Wait, why didn't they do the furniture in all of these shades? Yes. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Let's do this like sage green checker. I think we can make that work. We actually did get a new bed with this pack. I love this navy with the brown. That's beautiful. The pink is okay. Since this is my first build with the pack, I'm basically just gonna default to using all of the new items wherever I can. I don't know, should we go for something quirky and do like a pop of yellow or something? I just feel like this sim is obviously very artsy, so we can't just go for a strictly neutral aesthetic. Like, is this yellow polka dot rug a little bit much or kind of fun? I don't really know. To be honest, I never really know when I'm taking it too far. Let's grab this fun dresser for the corner. Let's not use the matching swatch to the wallpaper because that would definitely be too much. I know that. I kind of love this red wood. Maybe we can grab some end tables to match. I guess we have to change this rug too then. Okay, our fun color scheme lasted like 0.5 seconds and now we're back at neutrals. Oops. Let's grab an ottoman for the end of the bed. Let's make sure the lamps are fun since we kind of wimped out on the fun color scheme earlier. Instead of an ottoman, we can probably just put like an actual armchair and make like a reading nook or something. We did get these really fun bookshelves. It seems like we have 3 different varieties. Oh my goodness. Are these not the most beautiful bookshelves in the whole game? And look at how many swatches we got and the fact that we got 3 different variations so it doesn't look too repetitive. I really appreciate that. I think we can probably get away with 2 and then have 1 armchair right here. And also just this floor lamp as our reading light. Honestly, so far I've only used items from the new pack and this room has already turned out so cool. And to think this room is just a residential bedroom. Like, it has nothing to do with a small business per se, because you would think the items in this pack basically would only cater towards like making a business, but this goes to show you can still make a really beautiful bedroom with this pack even if you're not planning on running a business. Making sure the items in a pack are versatile is really important to me and like really high up on my priority list, so I always like to make sure that the items that come with a pack aren't just useful for like one specific niche purpose in The Sims. I want to make sure that they're usable in like all aspects of the game. Let's go in with this yellow painting from the City Living expansion pack on top of the bed. I like how it kind of has some flower aspects to it. And then finishing off with this modern overhead light that comes with the new pack. I'm not a huge fan of the curtains that came with the pack, so I'm just going in with these ones from the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. Actually, I kind of want to splurge because we have the means to, and this is a very rare situation. We also have medium wall height today, so I feel like we should use curtains that actually take advantage of the high ceilings. So these ones from City Living are always my go-to. They're like the dream curtains. They just tend to be more on the expensive side, so I don't often have the opportunity or the privilege to use them. Okay, and here is our primary bedroom all done, using mainly items from the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. So I predict I'll be using a lot more of this pack for bedrooms in the future. But anyways, let's move on to the bathroom super quickly, I guess. As usual, I will not be spending a ton of time on the bathroom. You guys know that's just not my thing. I'm actually gonna swap out the tiles for like these base game hexagon ones. I totally forgot that we got this awesome base game update with all of these new floors. Perhaps we can use this really busy floral wallpaper instead. I feel like wallpapers like these ones really only work in super small areas like bathrooms. Otherwise they tend to just like overwhelm a space and make it look, I don't know, a little bad sometimes. This toilet from the base game matches decently well. I feel like we can go with that one. Going in with this Love Struck shower and maybe one of these super tall partition walls from the new pack, and I'll just size it down twice. I just went in with some bathroom essentials from the base game and also this little snowy escape rug. Now I'm going in with this wall sconce from the new pack for some mood lighting. Also this bathrobe just hung up on the wall, and that is gonna be it for our cute and moody primary bathroom. The new base game tiles definitely brought it all together, but surprisingly, I actually really like how this bathroom turned out, which is rare because I don't really care about bathrooms, as we know. So I'd say this is a win. 23,000 simoleons left, and it's time to do the kitchen. For the first time in what feels like months, I'm just not stressed like one bit about this. I feel like we are gonna be totally fine. I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like it's literally impossible for us to run out of money at this point. I would have to do something seriously wrong. And let's not get it twisted. Me seriously messing up is definitely not off the table. So far I've gone in with a combination of base game and also Home Chef Hustle. I'm a little bit unsure about the color scheme. I picked the green fridge because I thought maybe it would go with the wallpaper, but I'm realizing that I kind of hate it. So yeah, we're gonna fix that. Let's try the cool kitchen stuff pack instead. Why do I get the feeling that this sink fits perfectly into these countertops? It's just like the perfect size. I find it hard to believe it wasn't created with a matching kitchen counter in mind. In the next kit or expansion pack or another pack, we're gonna get a kitchen counter that perfectly matches the sink. Mark my words, that's my prediction. Oh, we definitely have to add this burglar alarm by the front door now that burglars are back in the game. Oh my gosh, I find it so funny that the community as a whole so badly wanted burglars to return to the game, even though burglars in The Sims was probably most of our like first experience of pure panic and anxiety as a young child. I am pretty pleased to say that I had a fairly stress-free childhood, but when I think back to things that caused me anxiety as a small child that I didn't know was anxiety at the time, when burglars would show up at your house in The Sims and you couldn't pause and you couldn't save and you couldn't go into build mode and add an alarm after the fact. You just had to sit and watch it happen. I don't want to be dramatic, but I feel like that experience really changed me as a kid. It was very formative. I need to address the elephant in the room, which is why is there no painting in this kitchen, and why is the egg painting not already placed down? Because as you can see, the very obvious choice for artwork in a room like this would be the egg painting. Haters will say that I use the egg painting as a joke, but I could not be any more serious and genuine when I say that I actually really like the egg painting, and it actually really hurts my feelings when you guys say you hate it. Okay, here is our base game slash cool kitchen stuff pack kitchen all done. It's pretty simple because the space wasn't that big, but I still think it looks really nice and bright and happy. So let's flip over onto this side and start working on the living room. I want to use this new fireplace. Is it supposed to be kind of like a room divider thingy? I'm not really sure. Let's just place down this circular dining table from the new pack, and then also a little couch or something. Maybe I'll try this one. This one's kind of interesting, although it's not really that cozy, is it? I don't know. I guess like for the sake of being different, we should try it out. I really like the like cracks in this leather. Like I'm obsessed with that. Because we have the window there, we have to go with a lower console table. You know, maybe this one from the Life and Death expansion pack, if we can find a nice color. And I'll grab this small coffee table also from the Life and Death expansion pack, only because we didn't really get any small coffee tables in the new businesses and hobbies pack, and they're all too big. And this space is very small. Okay, this whole entire room is looking way too neutral. I need to like spice it up somehow. Maybe with the rug, although I don't want the rug to catch on fire if it's too close to the fireplace. I don't know anything. It's all starting to blend together and look the same. Okay, these yellow chairs actually helped quite a bit. And then I think we just need to go in with some sort of tabletop decor, like some plants. At this point, I feel like technically we do have everything already, so anything from here on out on this floor will just be extra decoration. We can add some extra touches like these lamps on the table. They're kind of like the ones you see in cafes and restaurants. Maybe an extra little stool or something for some additional seating. This gallery wall from the new pack in our dining room area. Just finishing off with this potted plant from Get Together, and then I also included this hanging light from the new pack, and I think that's gonna be it for our kitchen, living, and dining room area. It definitely feels a little bit more artsy and different, which I think makes sense considering the sim who lives here would be artsy and is a tattoo artist. But overall, I'm just really happy with the space that we could make using the new pack. So let me know what you guys think of it. We have 10,000 simoleons left to do our office and our entire rooftop. So for starters, let's get our desk area set up here with this new surface from the new pack, of course. We also got this new laptop, which is really exciting. It looks pretty sleek. And for desk chair, we'll go in with this new chair that we haven't used yet. Of course, I have to go in with my favorite swatch, which is the diamond checker pattern. And for lighting, maybe we'll grab another one of these tattoo spotlight lamps. I imagine this used to be downstairs in the tattoo parlor, but then they needed a desk lamp, so they just brought it upstairs. And that's one of the main benefits of living on top of your business. You can switch out the furniture and use it for personal use when necessary. One last opportunity to make this new rug work. I think it's pretty versatile. This is our 4th time using it in this build, and every time we've used a different swatch, and it's kind of, you know, given off a different vibe. I kind of like either this first swatch for the upstairs here, or maybe even this fun, like fish. It kind of looks like Swedish fish candy. Let's put out a few magazines and maybe some books. Some more tattoo ink, who knows, maybe they like to practice up here. And with that, we have 6,600 simoleons left, so I think we should stop our office area. I want to make sure I have enough money to decorate this big back patio, specifically with a hot tub. Luckily, it slots perfectly right up against this wall. 3,000 simoleons left. We have enough money for any of these lounger chairs. These ones from the Desert Luxe kit are my favorite. We might be able to like slot them kind of facing each other like this. I don't know, is that weird? I think that's kind of cozy, like you and your bestie just laying out facing each other with a good book. We can also go in with a little dining set up here if you want to come up and enjoy your lunch or something. Going in with these seats from Get Together. I think we need to include some sort of fairy lights. Maybe the ones from the toddler stuff pack are just a classic. I guess we could go in with more of these string lights and just decorate our patio a little bit more. Here's our rooftop patio all done. Honestly, one of my favorite parts of this entire build. Now we have 772 simoleons left. Maybe I could add just one more plant to the corner. Perhaps by the entrance here, I could add a bench. I don't really know what the bench would be for. Maybe putting delivery packages on the bench or something. I guess we can extend the pavement all the way back here. Going back to the tattoo parlor, maybe we can add this magazine holder over here. Also, this wood tone happens to match this armchair perfectly, which is a bonus. 84 simoleons left. We should invest it back into the business. Give our business some more curb appeal. Who knows, maybe it will attract some customers. This plant here is from the Love Struck pack, and with that we have 14 simoleons left. Maybe just some of these coffee cup clutter pieces from the Everyday Clutter Kit. They do have a floral decal on it, so it does match our theme. And with that, we have 4 simoleons left. So that is our tattoo parlor and residence all done. I really love how this build turned out, you guys. I can really feel myself being comfortable and enjoying using color lately. Even using different colors in different rooms, I feel like in the past, if I added a pop of color, it would have to be consistent throughout the entire build, and like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm more adventurous now. Please do let me know what you guys think of it, and also give me some suggestions down below on what other businesses and careers you guys want me to build next, either on a completely separate lot or which businesses you want me to add to this lot to make our nice retail residential complex. Also, the businesses and hobbies expansion pack has been out for a few weeks now, so if you guys did decide to purchase it, please let me know what you guys think of it and how you're enjoying it. But also, if you haven't purchased the new pack yet, and maybe this build right here is kind of making you want to buy it, then please don't forget to consider using code DoctorAshley at checkout on thesims.com and the EA app when you are making a purchase for an expansion pack, game pack, stuff pack, kit, anything, and 5% of your purchase will go towards supporting me instead of to EA. I'm so excited to see what I will be building next with you guys, and as usual, I hope you guys all have a very, very, very above average day. Love you!